Oh boy. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great day. Tomorrow's already Friday. We're 56 days away from the Cowboys versus the Eagles. We need to get this thing on. We have had so much bullshit, excuse my language, bullshit stories and projections and polls and, group evaluations and off-season moves and proposed trades. I am so sick of all of the fake stuff. It seems like everything sports-wise now is like AI, stupid. So you have NFL Network saying that the Cowboys will be below 500. We have Bleacher Report, who Micah Parsons is the president of, and this is where I'm wondering: is Micah Parsons setting the narrative with Bleacher Report? I'm gonna give you a conspiracy theory here, because see, here's what we have. We have the pre-camp poll. Pre-camp poll. I love this. Pre-camp poll, where the Cowboys are sitting at 17. Okay? 17. We had this guy Knox go through and say Javonte Williams is going to be a bust. We've had people say that Miles Sanders might not make the team, that the Cowboys' running attack is the worst in the NFL, that our defensive line is iffy as far as stopping the run, our secondary is questionable, and our offensive line is not good. Oh, and our quarterback is a choker. So if you take all of the and our coach, he fell off the salad truck. So if you take, collectively, if you're using statistics, which is mean, median, mode, modulation, to get your numbers, if you were to take an average of all of the stories that we have about the Cowboys, you basically look and say, they suck. They suck. The over and under is 7.5 for Vegas, okay? So Vegas is thinking they're going to be right around 500, probably below, okay? But although, here's what you have to understand about the betting lines of Vegas. What it is not necessarily who they think is going to win, but a way to try and get the money equally bet on each side, to entice people to bet on what may be a dog pick. So that way, they get their cut, and they're not paying out stuff. Yeah, that's how that works. Be that as it may, the expectations for the Cowboys from the talking heads is they suck. Which means we have nowhere to go but up. The funniest thing about all this is I keep hearing that Dak Prescott's on the hot seat. How can you be on the hot seat if everybody thinks that every group that you have sucks? Your trade for George Pickens isn't even considered a top 10. Nope, not even top 10 move, offseason move. It's not there. It's not there. Your running game, again, like we talked about, sucks. You've got your best players, and Overshown and Diggs, coming back from injury, who knows when. And you're counting on a rookie who, Savon Rebel, who has not played since September, coming back from an ACL. Okay, so yeah. So the expectation should be that the Cowboys are a 500 team at best, right? But you and I both know that as soon as the season starts, they're going to start saying, oh, the Cowboys suck. The Cowboys aren't living up to expectations. What expectations? What expectations? And by the end of the year, yeah, the Cowboys, they suck. That they failed. How could they fail if you said that they got no chance in hell? So when the Cowboys come out this year And see, here's going to be the problem. Here's going to be the problem. The Cowboys will be better than last year. That I can bank on. Okay? They've got a really tough schedule. They do have a brand new coach and a lot of new players. And it's going to take time to get that together. Fortunately, at least they have, after the Eagles, the easier part of the schedule that maybe they can get some time in. Because we all know that the first month of the season is really preseason. Because nobody plays their starters in preseason. So the first couple of games are just getting you up to speed. So the Cowboys, I think, will be a 10-win team. I just do. I think they're going to be better than what people think. Problem will be is when the Cowboys go, they're probably going to lose to the Eagles. But then when you got the Giants and the Jets and the Panthers and the Bears and stuff up early, they're going to start winning some games, and then the expectations will change, and then the schedule's going to turn, and they're going to talk about how the Cowboys are chokers because you got like the Eagles, Kansas City, and the Lions up in. You've got like the gauntlet, and they're going to need to jump out to about a 7-3 record to start the season, and try and see if they can weather the storm. But it's football. Nobody knows what they don't know. People thought for sure that the Jets were going to have a great season because Aaron Rodgers was healthy, right? You remember that. How'd that work out for him? It didn't. But I'm going to kick back, no expectations, relax, and enjoy the season. Just be happy that it's here. Knowing that, hey, if the Cowboys make the playoffs, man, that's icing on the cake. If they win a playoff game or two, oh my God. If somehow miraculously they got to the NFC Championship game and were able to win it, oh my God. Then maybe, just maybe, but we'll see. Alrighty, good people. You know how I roll. I have been busting it home. I thought I was going home tomorrow, but we got a bit of a problem. I hate to do this, but in the back corner of the house, the corner right over here, there's a tree, big tree. It's a tree about so big around. And then it drops off on a hill. There's a retaining wall that was there, but the roots have kind of grown and pushed into it. And the tree is kind of beginning to upwell a little bit in the back. And if it were to fall, it's going to hit power lines and take them all out, including my internet, and probably hit a house across the street. So I may have a tree guy who's coming in Saturday to cut that one, and then I've got two other ones that are worrisome, not here but elsewhere, that may be getting cut on Saturday as well. So if that's the case, then I'll be here through the weekend and doing my live stream here tomorrow. But we'll know a little bit later. I just worry that if that did fall, it would make me sick if it fell in the neighbor's house. So, I realize I'm tired. I have been almost 16,000 steps, Momo. Most of that carrying wood because I've been cutting up all this firewood for my mother, because she has a wood stove that she uses in the winter. And she's like, I don't need these trees that are down and all that. Cut her some firewood and get that together. Because you got to take care of mom. All right, you good people, remember, this world's crazy, the weather's crazy, people are crazy. Hold your loved ones close and let them know how much you love them. I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to bed early today. See how much more I can get done tomorrow. I love you guys. And God willing, whew, I'll see y'all mañana.